You ever look at your fit pics and you be like, this fit look way better in the mirror than it did in my fit pics? Or you look at your face and you like, this look way better in the mirror. Most people actually don't even know how to take pictures. I'm Jay Alexander, and today we're gonna be talking about how to take better pics. Let's get straight to it. The topics that are really good, the ones I use myself, I kind of put those towards the end of the video. We're gonna get the most non-niche ones out the way first, but they're very important and they're essential. Number one is going to be understanding the rule of thirds. Now the rule of thirds is like that little square, the 9 box. You can put it on your phone. You have to put it on your phone actually, especially when you're checking your fit pics. Your camera is essentially split in a 3x3 grid, you know what I'm saying? So you wanna position your face or your body to where those 3 lines intersect. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna put an example on the screen to kind of show y'all what I'm talking about. Now, whether you place your face off the center, you place your face off the camera, it doesn't matter. The dynamic, it doesn't matter. What it's really about is what feels comfortable for you. But if you're not using rule of thirds, you're gonna come out random every single time. Now, for a person who's always taking fit pics, a big rule of thirds for me is making sure that my face and my feet, so my feet need to be at the bottom square, right at the bottom. Unless you want to capture the ground. I don't know why the hell you would want to do that though. But if you want to capture the ground, be my guest. People always make the mistake of tilting the camera. You don't need to do that. You just need to back up from the camera. Does that make sense? And you can apply this formula with anything. For my selfies, I usually make sure that my eyes are centered middle square. This is a key essential to making my pictures look symmetrical and perfect for the gram. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, this is only the technical part. There's way more things we're gonna get to in this video, but this is required, especially if you're talking about fit pics. All right, next topic. The next thing we're gonna be talking about is going all in on your fit pics and on your selfies. Now, I've never understood people who just go they just go 50% on everything. It don't make sense to me, gang. Because how can you possibly improve? And this is life advice right here. How can you possibly improve on anything if you don't go 100%? You're not gonna know where you messed up at. So if you would have been like, oh, I should have used this location. Maybe I should have put this accessory on, or this and that, right? When you eventually go back to take a look at the pics, where do you know you messed up at? Because you didn't even go 100%. So it's not easy to pinpoint where you messed up at. It could be anything. It could be that scarf. It could be the location. It could be you should have waited till 6 when the sun comes, it's setting and it looks better on your skin. It could be anything. But because you didn't go 100% on your fit pics or your selfies, right? You don't know where to improve, meaning you will never improve. And maybe one day you'll just luckily stumble upon the perfect picture and then try to replicate it, right? But why would you do that when you can just go 100%? But Mr. J, how do I go 100% if I don't know what to do? That's okay. Next topic, learning that taking photos, especially fit pics, it's all about hierarchy and balance. Okay, now a great outfit in a bad setting is not it, bro. It's not gonna work. All right, your outfit background is arguably 50% of the picture, because if you have a great fit, a bad background, the picture gonna come out mid. We're not trying to have a good fit, right? We're trying to take better pictures, though. It's multiple things. You understand what I'm saying? Good fit not gonna carry you. The next thing is gonna be your colors. So your colors need to contrast with your background, contrast with your setting, the theme of the picture, the light of the picture. Whatever it is, you have to treat it like a masterpiece. Missing one thing can throw off everything. And don't forget about your proportions, because another thing about your outfit that could be messed up is your jeans may be too skinny. Maybe they're not baggy enough, all right? Maybe these are too baggy. Maybe your shoes don't make sense. Maybe you need to tuck your shoes on top of the tongue of your shoes. It could be anything, okay? Maybe you just got cornrows. You don't like how you look in the face, so you just keep taking side profile pictures instead of actually working on your face. It could be tons of things, bro, okay, that make your fits just buns, bro. It can be tons of things. But making sure that your pants, accessories, everything, it balances out. So the background of your fit and your actual fit itself are insanely important. Taking the time to make sure everything is right about your fit, your accessories, your swag, your style, how you put the fit together, the proportions of the fit, the textures of the fit, the theme of the fit. Once you've gotten past that 50%, the next most important thing is going to be the background, making sure that it makes sense and making sure the time of day makes sense, because it's pictures, not an outfit, pictures. 2 things that make one. Make sense? Next topic. Now this next part is going to be talking about selfies. I know a lot of y'all, that's definitely what y'all here for. I'm gonna put y'all on my selfie game, my personal thing, okay? I do want to let y'all know that the last thing I have at the end of this video, you kind of need it to even take good selfies. Like it's a whole process and a step thing. You know what I'm saying? The first thing is gonna be get inspired. Stop taking the same selfies. I know girls who just every single selfie. This is not 2017. Thrasher jacket, skinny jeans, Vans, good bad vibes, XXXTentacion, Bart Simpson. We're done. It's 2025. Be innovative. Does that mean you have to create your own swag? No. Everybody on the internet still in swag anyway. Now I don't do that, but I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration. There's gonna be a lot of people in my comment section who said Cardi did this first, but really Weezy did this first. And I think somebody before Weezy even did this. Taking inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw a pic on screen right now to show you the inspiration I took when I took these selfies, by the way. And these selfies are hella good on the gram. You know what I'm saying? But if you're taking the same 5 type of pictures every single time, expecting different results, that is psychotic. That's just not gonna work. You can't do the same thing and expect different results. You know what I'm saying? And my tips to y'all is just the selfies that look the best, put them in a folder and analyze why these look the best. Is it the time I took them, the lighting I took them, the position I took them, the clothes I had on, the haircut I had, the way this girl did your braids, whatever it may be. You need to figure out what made your selfies look good. Take those selfies, get inspired by other selfies, and then craft them. Selfies, for some people, look, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do wing it. Sometimes I just pick my phone up and start going crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, right? But for the good selfies, the ones I post on the gram and not on the spam, best believe, bro, they're very calculated, okay? People gonna sit here and be like, oh, you try hard on yourself, you da. All right, bro, I guess I'm trying, bro. On to the next step of my life. Like, what? You gonna shame me because I wanna look good on the gram, bro? Stay away from people like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. They don't even want to see you at your best, bro. And the people who got it naturally and they do that, they're low-key just coping because they don't want to see you better than them because they don't even know how to get better themselves. It's just a blessing from God. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I want to talk about is your brain is going to tell you that your face looks different every single day, but that's because you don't follow the same tips to make your face look good every day. And I figured this out back when I figured this out in my first year of college. When you brush your teeth, right? When you brush your lips, you brush the dead skin cell off your lips. When you ice your face, right? You wipe all the dead skin off your face, the puffiness out your face. So one day you skip that and one day you don't, right? You're like, damn, why did my face look different this day than it looks different on this day? That's why. Maybe you didn't comb your eyebrows, you didn't pick out your facial hair. For my girls, you didn't do your makeup. I'm not a girl, but you get what I'm trying to say. I care about y'all, okay? You get what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say. You feel me? It could be tons of things that make your selfies not seem what they were. It could also be you didn't wipe your camera lens, bruh. You didn't use the same lighting, bruh. It could be so many different things. So don't get stuck on why all my selfies don't look the same trying to replicate them. What you should do is be trying to get better. Not trying to replicate, trying to get better. Understand what I'm saying? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Emphasis, do not sleep on cleaning your damn lens, bro. The camera's sitting in your pocket all day. You walking around, bro. You at the gym, you doing all the other stuff. The breathing, whatever it is, bro. It's just getting foggy and foggy and foggy. You don't clean your lens. Why do I look different on the ground, bro? You look different. The camera messed up. Like I said, you can't ever analyze nothing until you go 100%. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? This is one dude in my comment section. He was talking about, you say you know what I'm saying too much. I ain't gonna lie. You're not lying. It's a lot of other things I say a lot too much too, but I don't know. I can't change it. It's a habit. Random side note, do not compare yourself to anybody. I'm gonna get into that later, but don't make that mistake of comparing yourself to nobody. I sell a lot of arenas, pinky ring got beamers. She know.
The most consistent question I always get is, where are your flare pans from? The truth is, I honed my upcycling skills to make these from scratch, cut and sewn, made by other high quality garments. If you are interested, there is a form in the description that you can fill out and I will get back to you. And as always, stay authentic.
Number 5 is going to be mastering your lighting. Now, I'm not one of them ring light demons, but I do have studio lights because I make videos. I have this lamp in the back. I have a light over here that y'all can't see. I do have lights that I do use if for whatever reason I just feel like try-harding, right? I'm gonna get my lights out and I'm gonna go crazy. I'm not saying ring lights corny, by the way. Do what you gotta do. No shade here, my boy or girl. Sometimes not. Look, in my opinion, unless you got these expensive lights I got to replicate the light of the sun, and even still with these lights, because this light that comes from over here is natural light, and this light from over here, it comes from emulated sunlight. You get what I'm saying? The natural light is always gonna be better. So the same way you get up in the morning, and you study to go take a test, the same way you get up at a certain time, the gym, you optimize your protein, the same way you take all those other things serious, take your lighting serious for your selfies. Take your selfies serious. If you want them to improve, you got to do that. So go outside, bro. When the sun finna set around 6, 7, boom, light hitting good on your face, take your pictures. But Jay, I don't like how my skin looks. We're gonna get into that later. Forget that. You got to prepare properly. The lighting got to be good. Your selfies, that's going to be another reason why you're going to sit there and look like, why did this selfie look better than this selfie? But it's going to be the lighting. And depending on what camera you got, assuming we all got somewhat decent or Androids or iPhones, right? Our low light lens on iPhone is just garbage. I don't even know why it's bad, because a lot of y'all actually don't know this, but I don't even use a camera to record. I use a whole separate iPhone. I have an iPhone dedicated for recording, because iPhones are low-key like insanely good when it comes to capturing videos. But if we're talking about selfies, not videos, okay? The lighting is hella important simply because it's not gonna show the details of your face. It's not gonna show what your skin looks like. It's not gonna show nothing. It's just gonna look weird and awkward if you don't have the right lighting. It's gonna look like you took it on a DS or something, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, you gotta really fix that. And don't even get me started on how lighting for fit pics is incredibly important depending on what you're going for. Even if you're taking pictures in the night, like a fit pic, I'm gonna throw an example. I had 2 of my friends shine their flashlights in one studio, like, boom, great picture. Didn't have this, took it with a flash, the picture would have came out terrible. Number 6 is gonna be, don't be scared to pose or move around. Don't be scared to try new things. Don't be scared to be innovative. The same way you take selfies or the same way you take fit pics, vice versa, okay? You're not no mannequin, bro. The best photos happen when you really just being yourself and natural once you apply the normal tips that I'm telling you to apply, you know what I'm saying? Static poses can work, but I'm sure a lot of us, we got the same poses on the gram, bro. I'm about to show a homie on screen, for example, who always be spamming the same poses, and he's like, bro, I need new poses, bro. Like, I know you need new poses, bro. You need to try different stuff. Start innovating, bro. Stop doing the same poses, gang. We see it. Not that you should care what anybody sees. Really what it is confidence. Feeling the confidence in your body, and then you just gotta go natural, all in, start doing random stuff. Tell your cameraman, first of all, tell your cameraman to snap a bunch of photos. He gotta be spamming it. That's the correct way to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? If he not spamming it, waste of time. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if I'm y'all and y'all need to go poses, I'm gonna throw a bunch of inspos on the screen, okay? And y'all can really go to my gram and take inspo if you want to. But regardless of the fact is, the number one way to get poses, bro, besides being confident, natural, and being flowy, is taking inspiration. Taking inspiration, okay? You could literally go on Pinterest right now, download Pinterest, okay? Get on there, search up IG fit pics, and you're gonna see tons of different poses for men and women, bro. And y'all can just copy those poses and do your own thing with them. You know what I'm saying? But turning your shoulder, adjusting your back, crossing your legs, you know what I'm saying? Leaning on the wall, foot on the wall, 1 foot down, shoulders crossed, shoulders like these. I don't know why you taking pictures like those, but whatever. Do what you gotta do to make your fit pics look tough. Posing is very, very important. Take inspiration from other people if you cannot improve on your poses. Simple. Now, the last and most important tip outside of all the tips is self-improvement is always gonna make your photos better, regardless of what anybody tells you. No amount of poses, no amount of lighting, no amount of nothing can save you more than this tip right here. Let's keep it real. You can follow every tip, bro, in this video right here. Take these pictures tomorrow and they still don't come out good because you don't feel confident in yourself, right? How do I build confidence? It's all a self-love thing, not a validation thing, because no matter how many people validate me, I still look at myself sometimes and they be like, damn, I'm low-key chopped. Like, it's about self-improvement. Bettering your skin, going to the gym, broadening your shoulders. My girls, getting to the squat rack if that's y'all forte. Whatever it is, self-improvement should be the number one thing that's on your mind. Your selfies are based on you. Your fit pics are based on you. So why would you not improve you? That doesn't make sense. It's not about the pictures half the time. It might just be you. You got to lock in. You got to get better. And it's not a bad thing, bro. Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like I'm attacking you. I just want better for you. Because my pictures used to come out chopped as hell back then. And I used to be like, dang, what the problem is, bro? But I was just chopped. And I had to grind. I had to start looking back. I had to start mewing. Well, I ain't go cap. I was already mewing at a young age. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not really like big on that whole like looks maxing, self-improvement. I think all that stuff corny. Never take advice from them guys. Them guys don't want to see nothing. Them guys aren't doing anything but on the internet for validation, not really looking out for you. It's like a whole community of just like people who just body shame and all this weird stuff. Like, that stuff overly lame. I don't even ever want y'all to ever associate me with them. I do not mess with that at all. But drinking 6 bottles of water a day to clear that skin, fix that gut health, If you on creatine as well, that benefits as well because it makes your muscles tighter and bigger. Store more water in your muscles. You know what I'm saying? Going to the gym, of course. Buying better clothes, right? That's definitely a part of self-improvement, bettering yourself. Anything you can do to level up yourself is going to make your photos, because your photos are a direct representation of you. And do not compare yourself to anybody ever, because you can never be like somebody else, no matter how hard you try. All right, you can never be like somebody else, and that's personal and it's deep. I know it's deep, bro, but you cannot compare yourself to nobody, bro. The internet wants you to think we gods. They want the internet, these social media people on here, they want you to think they like perfect. It's not perfect, bro. I know these guys. I know half these influencers, okay? They live regular lives, all right? They work regular jobs just like I do, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. There's nothing wrong with being like a regular human, bro. Half the time, these people like miserable and they portray their life on the internet to be something that is not. I don't even do that. I keep it being with y'all. I still work a job, bro. And I got a mom trying to retire. Single mom. Love my mama to death. All this stuff I go through, I'm not gonna sit here and fabricate it with you. But that's what social media will do. So how can you compare yourself to somebody who's not even playing the same rules as you, dog? His life could be terrible. He could be, bro, girls, you know how bad girls be editing their pictures, bro? Making the BBL seem bigger than what it is. Guys with the fake six pack. You know what I'm saying? Guys with the AI, we live in 2025, bro. We got AI now to change yourself. How can we take anybody seriously on Instagram no more? And you know what Kanye said? Instagram got you. But look, for real, comparing yourself is the worst. Focus on you. Self-improve. Get that confidence up. Get them looks up. You're gonna be straight. Take this from a guy who was struggling, bro. Who was uncomfortable in his skin. Very skinny. My guys and girls, I was skinny. I hated how I looked. I hated how I dressed. I always compare it, bro. Everybody on the internet looks good. My content's not working because I don't look good. Bro, I swear. Back then, I used to think my content wasn't looking good enough because I didn't look good instead of making better videos. I know y'all there, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that. We go through it, but don't make the same mistake I did. If you ever need anything, DM me on Gram. I reply to all my DMs, or at least I try to, okay? Every Wednesday, that's usually when I get a reply, because that's when I get to sit and go through the hundreds of DMs. I just sit on there for a few hours and just text y'all back. The Discord is in the description. We always help people. Show love. Peace. Now for my real viewers, JA family, what's good with y'all? You know what I'm saying? What's good with y'all? As y'all can see, the boy did hold up to his promise. I'm actually editing this video. Future self me is probably at an Airbnb right now, editing this video, getting it out for y'all, because I have a very my homegirl, she's having a birthday party, and I can't stop grinding, bro. I gotta keep grinding, bro. You feel me? So that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? My day-to-day advice to y'all is going to be keep God first in your life. I don't know what God you believe in. Frankly, to be honest, that does not have my concern. I'm Christian myself. I'm a big Christ believer. Whatever you guys believe in, keep it in the center of your life, because it will guide you on path to success, and that's what we want. All right, I hope I see y'all this Saturday, and love you. As always, stay authentic. And you got my gram, bro, so DM me if you need something. All right, y'all boys know that video was smooth. Don't lie. I cooked on a commercial break, bro. Don't lie.